forever.
Shannon Sharp. Dale Skip. Okay? Just had me a meal right now, y'all. Okay? My Shannon Sharp impression isn't going to be the greatest. Okay? I'll tell you what, Skip. All right? This is a damn shame, the situation. This is a damn shame, the situation. If you don't know what's going on with Shannon Sharp right now, basically a bopper is out there trying to villainize his life by claiming that he turned. Okay? That's what the claim is. Okay? Or, yeah, pretty much. That's what the claim is, okay? The typical thing that women always love to jump to, okay? Now, it's really a damn shame because women have abused this, this insane claim so much to the point where us men just don't believe y'all automatically anymore. So imagine a woman actually does have that happen to her out there, and she can't even be heard properly because all you dumbass women out there just love to sit there and just use it just to try and ruin people's lives out of spite. Okay? Now, I will say all of this, okay? This apparently is a recording of the audio of him speaking with the woman, okay? And apparently he's like, kind of getting aggressive on the call. So I would hate to have said everything I just said right now and then watch this and then completely contradict everything. But let's go ahead and watch to see what happened.
What? I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to, get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. This is what it is.
What does that even mean?
Next thing you want to be me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Next thing you want to be me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to think on you when I see you.
Unk out here choking boppers, man. God damn. Damn it. Now, do we know if he actually did it? We don't know that. I'm not gonna sit there and just be the person that's like, oh yeah, he's such a terrible person. This, you know what I'm saying? He went and choked her. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right, I'm not gonna do that. Because sometimes us men, we just be saying stuff, okay? Just because we out of frustration, okay? And everything can be taken out of context. If you're one of those men out there who are acting like you're Jesus and acting like you've never made any mistakes, okay? And I'm not talking about actually putting your hands on the woman. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just saying things out of anger like that, okay? There's been plenty of situations where girls have said stuff, that they're going to do physical things. They don't ever actually do it. It's just because y'all get into an argument. They just say it, okay? Now, that's me being optimistic and not wanting to jump to conclusions. One, because, Shannon Sharp is a fellow man. Two, he's a fellow black man. Three, nobody likes to see your fellow man get his career ruined by false allegations because women want to be spiteful. That's not a cool thing to ever wish on somebody. And it's not a cool thing to watch. It's not at all. All right. But this is a tricky situation, man. I'll tell you this. It don't look good on him. It don't look good to hear him say that. It don't look good. It's not helping his case. It's not helping the case at all, man.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to, get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. This is what it is.
What does that even mean?
Next thing you want to be me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no mercy. If you say that one more time, I will pick you when I see you.
Now listen, man, I kind of feel him. Call me what you want, but I kind of feel him. Because women use that manipulate words so loosely, it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Do you even know what the word means? Do you even know what that damn word means? Shut up. Shut up. Shut your weird ass up. Now, he sound like he dealing with a young bopper, though. She sound young as hell. You manipulate me, yeah. Okay? So that's on Shannon for messing with, these young ones out here, all right? Because they love to use these Gen Z, liberal, terms that they had no idea what actually mean. They just love to just flaunt them and throw them around so loosely, you know what I'm saying, and put you in a position where they're actually manipulating you by saying stuff like that. Don't manipulate me is manipulation. You're trying to manipulate the situation when no one is even trying to manipulate you in the first place, okay? We already know how women get down, man, but she sound young, and that's what the young women do. Now, some older women still do it too, but, regardless, it's a lot more common in the young ones.
Thank you.
I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you are what you're for the matter.
So I reach out.
What you talking about? What you talking about here, huh? I said, no, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. You ain't got to say it now. You gonna get choked. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Why you out here choking boppers, man? Let the neck go, all right? Release the woman. Unhand the neck, all right? Stop strangling the boppers. Okay? This is heavy, man. We got to keep watching and get more context. Like I said, I'm not jumping to conclusions. I'm still on side, okay? I'm still on side. I am. All right? I'm not finna be one of them people like, they hear one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take a lot for me to, it's going to take a lot for me to just completely be like, damn. But it's not looking good. Like I said, it's not looking good at all.
That's Attorney Busby, and I asked him, first of all, did you guys file this because of that $100 million podcast negotiation conversation? And he said they've been in contact with Shannon Sharp's counsel since February, long before any announcement. So then I said to him, well, they're also saying in Shannon Sharp's statement that there is a video that has been altered to make it look like there's or whatever, non-consensual, actually consensual if you show the full video. Tony Busby said to me, he is a liar. He never even actually saw it. It wasn't even referenced or referred to in the case we filed. But now that his lawyer has breached the mediation agreement that Mr. Sharp's counsel insisted upon, it should be known that there is indeed a video. The video was shown to his lawyers at a mediation. The video was also made available to Mr. Sharp for him to personally view it in full at my office. He didn't want to view it. He chose to offer a substantial amount of money instead, which my client ultimately rejected. So then I said, well, wait, y'all mediated? Because that means that there
been going on. Like, he been doing all this.
Been wanting this, like, there was possibly a settlement. Like, there's been conversations, right? Like, y'all didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, but common sense lets you know that, though. These lawsuits don't just drop. Like, they always reach out to your team beforehand to let you know that we're about to put this out. Absolutely. And if you want to settle, that's right.
I just hung up the phone with a legal representative for Shannon Sharp. Wanted to make some things clear. Clear that the information that Tony Busby shot me about the video, what they're saying is that Tony Busby is making it seem like when he speaks to me that they were offered this ability to see this video in full.
If you match strawberries and the layer between peanut butter and chocolate, then freeze it, you get the most delicious PB&J bites.
This is Myron Jarrell Moore calling you once again from Birmingham, Alabama. Mr. Lightning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right back. Right back. First thing I do want to say is that I do plan on meeting you good brothers one day. I do plan on coming with my family to that side of the world to check out the compound, to shake hands with you, to eat food with you.
Okay.
I've already manifested that I would meet people like that, and that I would form a circle such as. So just remember that I said that, and one day we shall shake hands.
Sure, but we're not in a compound, just to correct that, yeah?
And you cookies.
Yeah, I just want to make, no, because this is one of the misinformation that gets shared, like, you know, because when you associate the word compound with, like, cults and all of that kind of stuff, so we just need to be clear that.
Right. Slap my hand.
So go ahead. You know, to say apology, let me say something quickly, because it's the tones and vibration. When you say apology, you're giving reverence to the god Apollo. People, yeah, so just say I'm sorry, or nadum in our language. And I'm saying that with all of us, because sometimes we don't really want to say I'm sorry, so we say I apologize instead. But I hear you though. But go ahead. And what I'm saying is for the benefit of the listening audience. So yeah, go ahead, Sabah.
So the question is this. All right. So and correct me.
Associate the word compound with like.
Remember that I said that one day we shall shake hands.
Sure, but we're just to correct that, yeah.
And you cookies.
Yeah, I just want to make no, because this is one of the misinformation that gets shared, that, you know, because when you associate the word compound with like cults and all of that kind of stuff, so we just need to be clear that.
Right.
To say apology, let me say something quickly, because it's the tones and vibration. When you say apology, you're giving reverence to the god Apollo. People,
you taught us that.
Yeah, so just say I'm sorry or nadum in our language. I'm saying that with all of us because sometimes we don't really want to say I'm sorry, so we say I apologize instead. But I hear you though. But go ahead. What I'm saying is for the benefit of the listening audience. So yeah, go ahead, Sabah.
So the question is this. All right, so and correct me, please. I appreciate the correction if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But the gland that us current-day ether beings are missing, that gives us the other abilities, telekinesis, telepathy, those other abilities, those four abilities that come with that gland. Right? If that gland is missing in us, is it that some of us are displayed or have always displayed, even on a level, some of those abilities? Right. Having that gland.
I got you. So remember when I was saying that when it was removed, it was surgically removed, but in order not to damage the rest of the socket that the gland was in. And another question people always say, how do you know there was a gland called that? If you take a slice of the brain and look at it from an aerial view, you will clearly see the different glands. And think about it like a socket. Like let me do it like this. If you imagine my hand like this, and this is the gland, and if you could put a ball, a tennis ball or something in here, that's how the gland would sit inside the socket. So when it was removed, it's like when you take egg out of, or the part that makes the egg out of the shell. So there were some parts remaining. It wasn't removed completely. So you still have the ability from time to time to use those little remnants that remained. And that's why you can do it, but you can't do it will. You can do it by chance, or like as you develop and start to tune into your higher, being, you start to use, the ability. Like if you start to concentrate and focus on meditation and start to do a lot of introspection, and you start to connect more to your spiritual aspect, then you will have ability to use those like tuition, telepathy, psychometry, etc. But you can't do it at will. Like anytime you want to call somebody, you can't just speak to them telepathically, but you can from time to time randomly. So this is why we are now being taught and groomed, and it's about having that power in terms of receiving your barotheric gland back. A lot of people don't know. The master explained that it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time.
I've got a killer
because
live.
people say they want something until they get it, meaning that the power that comes with you being able to use your brain fully, he was like, you can hear everybody's thoughts. And this is why when we're being taught about, grooming ourselves to get to a higher level, where if we were in a room together and we were chanting or whatever, we can literally hear each other's thoughts. And he explained it like this, and one of the brothers was relaying, because I wasn't there personally, but he was saying that, the master was saying that, imagine you are with somebody, they smile in your face, give you a hug, and say, yeah, I really love you. And then as they're walking away, you hear them saying, damn, I can't stand this. But you can read their thoughts, So he says that it's like you can feel, like if you were, people that are empaths, you can walk in a room and you can feel the vibration and the negativity of everyone. So he's saying that sometimes you got to. Careful what you wish for, because you'll be able to see things, interdimensionally, you can hear things, you can.
A whopping 82% of people in the U.S.
Is there a limit to how many WWE live events can be played in MyRise 2K25?
Okay, I found this on the web. Is there a limit to how many WWE events?
Don't park their cash in a high-yield account, which means they...
But you have to learn and be taught how to control these powers, and that's what the fact that we're being taught rules about and studying these scrolls is doing to develop us into a shook and knowing how to really be those types of divine beings where, you know, you're really vibrating on a high level and you don't get caught up with the lower vibrations and the mundane things that divide people.
This is Big Brother. Truth exists. Just uncanny yet not. To truth, to sage, to transform. From the age of Big Brother. From me, Winston Smith. Greetings from 1984.
What's up, traders? Searching for that next level in your trading game? Let me tell you about my go-to trading app, Webull. Webull is not just any trading app. It's a one-stop shop investing app where you can access comprehensive stock analysis, earning reports, over 60 technical indicators, and stock price and volume alerts. My favorite part is the charting and drawings. You can customize the chart as you want. Edit the line type and chart layers, choose the indicators you need, use a dual chart to compare with another stock, and draw trend lines, patterns, and Fibonacci. It's awesome how many tools and features Webull has.
With somebody, they smile in your face, give you a hug, and say, you know, so he says that it's like you can feel like if you were, you know, people that are empaths, you can walk in a room and you can feel the vibration and the negativity of everyone. So he's saying that sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for because you'll be able to see things, interdimensionally, you can hear things, but you have to learn and be taught how to control these powers. And that's what the fact that we're being taught Wu Sabat and studying these scrolls is doing to develop us into a shook, knowing how to really be those types of divine beings where, you know, you're really vibrating on a higher level and you don't get caught up with the lower vibrations and the mundane what you wish for because you'll be able to see things, interdimensionally, you can hear things, but you have to learn and be taught how to control these powers, and that's what.
Ah, the hero of the moment. It's about damn time.
Not quite the warm and fuzzy greeting I was expecting for someone who just signed here. What's going on?
After you and your partner struck the first blow against Mutiny by taking the Unity titles from them, I was hoping for more of the same here on SmackDown.
And that's what you're gonna get. We were all on the same page. What's with the attitude?
Okay,
you haven't heard?
Death Note is always
We've lost
valid,
the WWE
but,
Championship.
How many times have you watched
Somebody
it by
beat
now? Go ahead
Cody?
and stream that Lazarus
I
fight.
must have been so
Okay,
focused on death that I missed that.
He didn't lose the title.
Only watched it one time.
He stole it.
Only watched it one.
Sky made off with one of our most prestigious championships in the midst of their most vicious attack
Only
yet.
watched it one
If
time.
I'd have been there,
so,
I'd have stopped them.
Well, you weren't.
That Lazarus gonna
and to
have
make
to
matters
wait.
worse, Triple H
Sorry.
is saying his hands are tied.
He watched it one
so I've
time.
got a board who won't
So,
act, Cody in the hospital,
Yeah,
a
that
locker room in
Lazarus gonna have
disarray,
to wait.
and no idea how we're
Sorry.
going to get the undisputed
Only
WWE
watched it
title
one
back.
time.
I'll
So,
go take it from them. Mutiny is trying to wreck WWE's legacy one piece at a time. I'm not gonna let them get away with that.
You can't just waltz into the performance center and look for it. I have it on good authority that EO has taken the championship to Japan. So are you ready to fly halfway around the world on what could be a wild goose chase?
Hell yeah. Nothing like a 16-hour flight to enjoy some quiet time before I bring the chaos and take down Mutiny.
Okay, good luck. We'll be counting on you.
Fuck a pussy and she gonna eat that shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. If y'all doing this shit, nigga, you know I'll get fuck. I'ma beat the pussy up. She gonna give me her in the cut. I'ma bust a nut and she gonna eat it up. Nigga, even breathing air like it was right. Niggas trying to fight. Niggas breathing, trying to get another night. Nigga, I'm
guessing you're here in hot pursuit of a missing championship?
Could be.
Texting is better.
Intel?
Maybe. Can you get me LA Knight's autograph?
Sure.
Okay, great. Well, Io Sky showed up here last night with that title, and she wiped me out.
She beat you?
Like a drum. But then that wrestler Chosen from PWJ rolled up and put a whooping on the both of us.
Wait, Chosen beat up you and Io Sky?
Beat us up? Hell no. He cleaned us out in a card game. Dude even took the WWE belt off of Io on the river.
Wait, now you were on a river?
It's a poker term. That's not important. Chosen won the belt, and then he and La Congrejita Loca went off to celebrate.
La Congrejita Loca from Lucha Magica? How did she get involved in this?
Locker room romances are a weird thing. If you want to get the story from the horse's mouth, Chosen is out in the arena parading around with the belt like he beat LA Knight for it. That would never happen. Guy is unstoppable.
I'm going to go have a talk with Chosen.
I think that means you're gonna jump him. You know, I'm supposed to team with him tonight.
Find yourself another partner.
You got LA Knight's number?
Okay, so we get here. There's 3 of us. And we have 1 bed. I remember.
The fact that we're being taught Sabat and studying these scrolls is doing to develop us into a shook, knowing how to really be those types of divine beings where, you know, you're really vibrating on a higher level and you don't get caught up with the lower vibrations and the mundane things that divide people, religions, racism, and, you know, all those types of things, anger, selfishness, etc., etc. But go ahead.
So okay, and I'll close with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and correct me again, because I don't want to make anything up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But is it a possibility? Because I know anything is possible. That if we get on the right path, we eat the right foods, we live the right way, and basically we walk in the footsteps of a 9-ether being, which we are, that is bestowed to us. Is there a possibility that such a gland can regrow?
It won't be regrown, it will be reinserted.
That is bestowed to us. Is there a possibility that such a gland can regrow?
It won't be regrown, it will be reinserted. Because that's the whole point. You hear in the Bible the quotes where people like, most of the masters will say you can't take pearls and, throw them to swine, or many are called, few are chosen. These are all things to say you have to work at it. It's not a dip you in water religion and now you're born again and you're going to heaven and all your sins are forgiven. It's literally, do you want to work to be able to receive that gland? And the master has his gland, and the way it's going to be reinserted is in the submental region, which is the part under your chin. Sub mean under, like submarine, and that is like it's going to then connect with your mental or with your brain. So it's called submental because it reacts with the mind, and that's how you're able to get back and tap into, the Akasha records and the what we call the mental reservoir, and then you're literally like a walking, living AI, not the artificial one, but the real one. Yeah. So
that reinsertion of the gland in the chin area, will that be a spiritual
Chosen, I kicked your ass once, and unless you give me that stolen belt, I'll do it again.
In a recent teaching that, you can be taken to a place in the Antarctica where you have beings, and it's ironically they're now showing
don't have your belt.
Paragon said you won it off EO in a card game.
Temples and structures
I did.
that were abandoned and have been left
But
there.
then, what?
Then, the fire of my heart, the sun I orbit around, the one true love of my life, La Congregita Loca. She took it with her to Mexico to remember me by.
You gave her the undisputed WWE Championship as a memento?
Yes. Now I have neither my title or my love.
You are ridiculous. It's obvious she didn't take the title to Mexico to remember you. She took it to defend it in a match.
Together in love and unity. And you have to remember, our ancestors, they are so far advanced. They can stop time, take you there right now, do what they need to do, bring you back right here, and you would not even know that it's taking place. So it's about
Guess I'm headed to Mexico.
being worthy.
I really hope Aldous reimburses me for these flights.
Because this is, like I said, it's not like you've been dipped in water and now you're born again. Your energy field, your
Please tell her. Chosen still loves her.
No.
Your matrix is recording everything. And this is what we call in the Akasha records, because you're dealing with recordings in what we call vibrations and energy. So, so they're recorded on these me stones, and this is like a disc. It's light, laser light. Remember, when you look at a disc, the laser reads the information, and now discs don't even exist because it's all in the clouds and the downloads. So you are able to. Your eyes are solar panels, they record everything you see. And your eyes record everything. This is what we're saying when we say psychometry and object read. Your mind records all your thoughts. So you can't hide from yourself or lie to yourself. And they can read your matrix and pull out any information from you. So you have to do this, and also that is real. You have to really put the work in. Abstaining from the things we're not supposed to do, the thoughts we're not supposed to have. You can't pretend you lost them. You actually lost them. So yeah, this is real. Wusabat is that opportunity that you have to get back your powers.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right.
You two brothers take care. Have a wonderful day.
You just got a $300 chef-worthy Dutch oven at Samba Red for $60. Which means you also just got the $300 salad approval of his overbearing mother for $60.
Welcome to a place. 01. Whenever I don't like something, people come to my video and tell me, and I've noticed this a few times, you're the only one that doesn't like it. Like, I have to agree with everyone else. I assume those are children or people that may be mentally challenged that are, like that, because you can't be an adult. Maybe a teenager would act like that too, you know what I mean? But if you ever are confused and you're like, what is you doing? YouTuber you like it? Because I assume that's what they're thinking. They've watched several other reactions and Tyler Magnus doesn't like it. So therefore, he's wrong because he's not a sheeple or a shill, or he just doesn't agree with other people that may genuinely like it. Look at the comment section. The comment section many times agrees with me
No, you
wholeheartedly.
little horny freak.
Not
You
all
not
of them.
doing that shit, bro.
Sometimes it's 60-40, sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes it's staying there 100%. They're like, yo, you right, T. So every time I want you to come to the comment section and see just how many people agree with me. All right? Now, what I was talking about when I was just aghast with this, I couldn't, I was like, what in the hell is wrong with its face? To me, what was wrong with its face was the weird, uncanny valley CGI face. Something was off about that face. I don't know what it is, but it didn't look right. It just did not look right. It looked strange. Here come all the code pieces. It's a female. It's a young blood. Well, they're trying different special effects. They're getting more human-like so that they can make more expressions with the face because it's the protagonist. None of that means anything to any of us that think the face is weird. It's fine that it's a young blood. It's fine that whatever it is, it's a different species. We already know there's different species because if you watch Predators, you already knew that they had different species out there, unless you were reading the comic books beforehand. But if you're a person that strictly watches the movies, you found out with Predators, correct? You had the two different tribes or whatever fighting against each other. So you know it's different ones. But to face strange types, and there's articles about backlash, everything like that, and Screaming as a here. Why the Predator looks so different in Predator Badlands? Because enough people were like, WTF with his face. That people are talking about, okay? Just because you accept everything that's always given to you by Hollywood every single time, and this is the reason why, and okay, that's you. The critical thinkers out there, I'm trying to figure things out. Why in the hell? Yeah, it could be a young blood, a different species, but we've seen different species before. We haven't seen young bloods on big screen, the big screen before. Why? This is supposed to be female? Like, CGI, something smells like CGI too. It's dreadlocks. Its sensory organs are down the middle of its head rather than on the side. What the hell is going on? Is it a human hybrid? But we're trying to figure this shit out. Let's see what the article says. So,
I'm not going to. I'm not going to try this lesson, but I think I got it.
in Trachtenberg's unique chapter in the Predator franchise title. By the way, the best looking Predator is still the first one. And that's not a nostalgia thing. Like, it really is. Like, they made fun of the one in Predator 2 because his head was, like, bigger. It was, like, a lot bigger. It was, like, weird. But Predator 1 and 2 are my favorites. I could watch them. And I watched Predator 2 more than I watched Predator 1. I love Predator 2 and AVP Requiem because of Wolf. I would love if they did a young Wolf or an aged Wolf movie before he got killed there. Because I was hoping to God he was going to survive. Wolf was so bad ass, man. As soon as he started gearing up, getting all the joints, he got the second laser.
Yeah, man, plus care, whole body VO protects you everywhere.
Get the run. Thing blew up. It was xenomorphs. Shit on the walls. Get me, xenomorphs. It was one day asses.
There were two people, Adam and Eve, and they had two children, Cain and Abel. Cain kills Abel, and then obviously he's afraid when he's found out that he gets banished.
Oh, you like how I sit here?
Don't try and motherfucking manipulate me, girl.
There were two people, Adam and Eve, and they had two children, Cain and Abel. Cain kills Abel, and then obviously he's afraid when he's found out that he gets banished.
You can keep your
the
so-called
garden,
undisputed
and
title.
he's afraid that
I knew
people
it
are
the
going to kill
second
him.
I held it. That
And
is
the
a
question
bootleg
also should
replica
be,
belt. Of
who are
course
these
it
people
is.
if at
Il
that
didn't
time
tell
there's
you.
only
She took the
mom
real
and
belt
dad
with her. I
and
didn't see
him
any
and his
harm in
brother?
using the fake one I took from that egomaniac
But the
Chosen to
thing is
sell
that
at arenas.
the
It's
Bible
cute,
doesn't
though.
give you the full
And
story.
obsessed with me.
Because it actually goes back to
Maybe
the
Chosen's not so
Anunnaki
bad.
stories of
What do you think?
Enki and Enlil. This is the same story that becomes
I
your
don't
Cain
give
and
a
Abel
damn.
story. It becomes your Esau and
Where
Jacob
did EO
story.
take the real WWE Championship? The WWE archives. The WWE archives. You are mutiny, see? See, I'm mutiny through and through. Just trying to keep it on the down low so I can really stick it to WWE when they least expect it. Then you know Mutiny's taking the belt there to destroy it with everything else at the archives. Everything? When your friends erase the history of WWE forever, it will be a blow they will never recover from. You must be so disappointed to be missing the fun tonight.
Jaws on the floor.
I think I'll be there
you
right
ever-
on time.
Have you ever cheated? If you did, why? And if you haven't, why not? Oh. Okay, let's go over here.
I never cheated.
Why? Like, why not?
Why haven't I cheated? There's no need to. Yeah, I believe in loyalty. Absolutely.
Have you ever?
On the outside.
I was not there to intimidate him. I was just there to claim his food. And so I saw a dramatic transformation, which it took seconds for me to realize, okay, I have to keep up with him. It's good. He's insecure. And that's what I was speaking on. I didn't get to influence him by focusing on the guns and on the teeth. I was focusing on what makes him do that. So it seemed beyond the body. And then he realized that I know his weakness.
Shit, I just ripped and fell, assisted well, and I hit my head. Oh, no, one was around, though. That's good, 'cause that would have been embarrassing for the second time this week, barreling down the stairs again. Shit, I just ripped and fell, assisted well, and I hit my head. Oh, no, one was around, though. That's good. That would have been embarrassing for the second time this week, barreling down the stairs again. Shit, I just ripped and fell, assisted well, and I hit my head. Oh.
Over and over and over throughout the ages. So Cain was actually a son of Nana, right? And Nana's name, one of his other names, is known as Sin. This is why it says sin stands at the door. So that was to give you the full story, because it actually goes back to the Anunnaki stories of Enki and Enlil. This is the same story that becomes your Cain and Abel story, it becomes your Esau and Jacob story, and is passed over and over and over throughout the ages. So Cain was actually a son of Nana, right? And Nana's name, one of his other names, is known as Sin. This is why it says sin stands at the door. So that was a initiation. Cain and Abel were being put through an initiation, and Abel offered vegetation, right? And Cain offered meat, and the meat wasn't accepted, because remember, these extraterrestrials, as we've mentioned before, they like to eat human flesh, just like humans like to eat chickens and beef and all of that. They also, in the food chain, they prefer human meat. So you have the Anunnaki, or you have disagreeable Anunnaki, and you have agreeable Anunnaki. The disagreeable ones is what is referred to as the Anakim. And so they like to eat blood meat. And if you read the Bible right throughout, they're asking for offerings. You see blood. Just Google or search the Bible for blood, and you will see where they are asking for offerings, burnt offerings. Blood is being sprinkled over altars, and they like the smell of blood, the sweet savior when the carcasses are burnt. So what we're basically saying is that because his offering was refused, Cain that is, he got all, like I said before, all angry, and all he had to do was go back and try and make another offering and prepare a meal. But because his father's name is Sin, he basically got upset and then killed his brother. There's so much more to the story when we go into the cannibalism and why these beings like to eat, flesh. And we call that whole doctrine food for the gods. I don't know if you want to add anything more to that.
The question should be, why was Cain's offering rejected? That's the question. Did the God of the Bible like eating flesh? Because you got human beings. I know that's going to sound crazy for some people, like God eating flesh and all that. But you got human beings on the planet that eat human beings. You know what I mean? So it's not so far-fetched for extraterrestrials, because that's what we need to get explaining. These beings that you're calling God's ally, Jehovah's, Yahweh, Malaika, angels, these are extraterrestrials. They didn't originate from here, so they came from outside there. And that actually ties into what people refer as the 200 fallen angels, right? Because if you read Revelation 12:7, it says there was a war in heaven, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and they were cast down here to the planet Earth. When you look at the word dragon, it ties into Draco, or the Draco constellation, where these draconian beings are coming from, right? So the question, going back to your original question, is that when he was banished and he said, people are going to kill me, God said, don't worry, I'm going to put a mark on you, right? And he put a mark on his face. The mark was actually the swastika. And he went out, where he went was called the land of Nod. In the language, it's actually pronounced as Nud. But Nod is where these 200 fallen angels were residing. And when you nod, is to fall asleep. Because the spell of Kingu, or it's called the spell of sleep, is where you had these disagreeable beings because they already were disagreeable. And this is why they were fighting with the dragon against Michael, Melchizedek, or Michael, who in the Sumerian doctrine is known as Marduk or Murdoch. And that's why he had to go to the land of Nod, because those people were already disagreeable beings, and they were eating flesh and killing and murdering and doing all kinds of things. So that whole story about Cain and Abel, you know, there's a lot more to it. But yeah, that's kind of the eating flesh and killing and murdering and doing all kinds of things. So the whole story about Cain and Abel, you know, there's a lot more to it. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of the story in terms of why Cain killed Abel, because he wasn't accepted into the order of Zodok. Because you have two orders. You had the order of Nana, and you had the order of Zodok. Zodok means Zedek, like I said, Melchizedek, but that's what the word Zodok, which means peace and justice, which deals with righteousness. And the other order, this is where it's like, you got to choose, you can't serve two masters. Do you serve the devil, or do you serve God? And Michael is the archangel of all the angels that they say is around the throne of God. So we're in that same day and time now where you got to take a stand. Which side do you stand on? Do you stand on the side of the disagreeable? Because this world is actually crumbling, you know, and you see every day with all the things that are going on, you know, cost of living crisis, wars are going on, famine, you know, the viruses, and it's a new change that's coming, the transformation, and some people are not going to make it if they're not going to raise their vibration. So yeah, you've got to choose. Do you stand with God or the devil? And this is what Cain and Abel were doing. It's like Cain obviously chose to go the disagreeable way because he ended up killing his brother, which he didn't really have to do. Anything you look at in the physical has a counterpart. Everything has a counterpart. So when you look at the number 3, for example, the reason 3 is important is because everything has one point and another point, right? Meaning there's a start and there's a beginning. So if you have like up, there's down.
double. The unification of the world champ. Io's. This superstar brought back a souvenir from the WWE archives.
What's up, guys? We're going to hop into the store. The condiments are everywhere. Hopefully, I can find it.
The last time these two got their hands on each other, they almost tore the WWE archives down around them.
And the reaction to this superstar driving out in Stone Cold's monster truck just about tore the roof off this building. Let's see if the superstar can keep on trucking.
I just said it connected with the world. It's one of the best moments to me in MMA history.
Pay respects to your double champion.
I already am. To me, because I'm a real spiritual guy. Yeah. And for you to be in all of that chaos,
a women's
you
title in
defeat the
WWE
fucking
is
giant
a
that has
sign of
beat you
true
so many
greatness.
times. You get
And
into
this
that
woman
fucking mouth and then
has
be
two
like,
signs in her hands right now.
yeah, I'm gonna give
And
you all
the
some
look
fucking
on her
knowledge.
face says,
I like to
you
celebrate
think you can take
and
either of
understand
these from
the
me?
moment, but
Well, I
don't
dare you to
bask in
try.
too much. Just be present, notice everything, and speak from the heart. You compartmentalize that whole fucking moment. Yeah. That's what made it beautiful, man. So, but next one, man. Hey, so okay, like, where are you right now? Where is you as far as fighting? I didn't spot after my last fight because I did so well in the fight, did so well in the camp, and I didn't get the result I wanted. But I was like, I'm still proud of myself. I'm still proud of the way I looked. So then I didn't spot because I just looked after my brain. And then when I was in Miami recently, watching Cole get his belt back in Miami as well, and then I spotted Marusha for the first time in months.
I really don't know what more she can want other than retaining both of those championships.
Fights. So for me now, I'm like, okay, I told Hunter already, I told my coach, yeah, it's time. I just knew. So I know I have a feeling who I want to fight. They like this shit. I like this again back. Yeah, it's really Get it back.
Not going to be any question about who's champ after this.
My ass badly. And again, that was one of the things what made me realize I need to like slow down in my activity. So now I was fighting like 3-4 times a year as a champion. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull back because I'm older. I don't want to make excuses to he beat me, but then I just want to show him if you beat me like this, I'm not correct. Everything he's done since that, like this Red's getting really well as a kid. So he's an embodiment in a sense. He attacked a young me. As a different child, so I just want to protect him, get some get back from him. Oh man, I love that. I love that. When you get your lives, okay, I know I get mine. There's very few people who I resonate with. None of my people survive. I don't even know you, but I do. So when you get to myself, experience life as just a little bit. To be honest, some traumatic that happened being in New Zealand as a young black and white. I used to fuck with I can tell. So that's why I have no chips on my shoulders. So it's on my neck, it's source for the definitely adds my life. Like I'm that.
Hoping for an early end to this one.
No, it's my friends, like my friends. And then for me, it's that taking that. That means basically 300 pounds, you know, so it's different. Like, you know, you gotta, you know, I was the same size man, same body. learn how to fight. Like, basic, you know how to fight. That's amazing, man. Me, it's that. Just over 100 fights. Over 100 fights. Fights. How many? 35. Over 100 fights. Kickboxing, MMA, and martial arts. But kickboxing, I had 80 fights, 81 fights, 80 fights, 80 fights, 100 fights. And this is years of climbing, sparring, and stuff like that.
And a stomp to the gut. Nasty kick. Using a suplex to set up.
And then quickly the cover.
After two.
She just will not go away. And he's going to take a lesson? Yes. But if you don't,
reversed it. Stirring up, but she has no idea what's about to come her way.
Life's a learning. Life is the biggest teacher.
Oh my, what elevation. And Io's offense gets fought off.
Look at all these boots to the face.
Yeah, I didn't notice because I didn't realize till I thought about everything. I've just seen a running video of it. And I went on the page and I was like, yeah, you posted it. This film was by far one of the greatest visual storytelling, genre blending masterpieces that I have ever for a lot of reasons. Right? And again, this is no spoilers. It's more so about what you can do before you watch the film that I think can actually enhance the film's experience. Because typically what's going to happen is there's a lot of concepts and ideas that's introduced in the film that people later on are probably going to study and watch, and then they're going to have to go rewatch to catch certain things. But here's the thing. Before you go watch the film, I would suggest that you study hoodoo. Hoodoo was the ancient spiritual practice, right, of the slaves in North America. Before they had Christianity, a lot of them practiced hoodoo. In hoodoo, there was a lot of different things that they would utilize, right? Hoodoo is what later on would be called voodoo, which is more so a demonization of the spiritual practices. It was conjuring, invocation of ancestors. It was counterclockwise dances, right? While music, evoking spirits. It was, the utilization of gopher dust and certain bags that had remedies.
Don't know how she's gonna survive.
So many stories that come out of it. We never did deep dive. But there was stories of certain practitioners that was so powerful that they even made their slave masters essentially work for them, right? That these are real stories that were documented during the times during slavery that a lot of people who end up becoming free start documenting their practices as they traveled and as they were seeing hoodoo. And so when you watch the movie, you're going to see a genre-bending film that is not really a horror film, right? I don't know what you call this film. This film is what I like to call in practice strategic imagination, right?
You're welcome.
The storytelling that evokes different archetypes and ancestral memories and that practices, narrative warfare, if you will, that I think leaves you with a spellbinding.
It did turn out to be a wild goose chase after all.
But you caught the goose and saved the legacy of this championship.
Idea and immersion in your head.
WWE Archives collection.
It's about time Mutiny got a taste of their own medicine.
I suppose my only small bone to pick is your theft of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. And I don't regret it either because that was badass.
So the only thing I can say is... Oh, hell yeah.
It's light, but it's there. Karaoke night.
I am pretty sure this is the worst jet lag I've ever had.
That's because you've been around the world in 80 hours. Seriously, that was a globe-trotting adventure. It's wild that after all that, you won the title back on SmackDown.
I like hearing that. You won the title. I should definitely be listed in the undisputed WWE Championship lineage.
You're every bit as legitimate as Cody. Hey, we're all on the
It
same
immerses
team
you
now.
into a world immediately when you get into this
Old
field.
rivalries
And
are
you
set
have
aside, but we
patience
all
in the
stand
film
together
to
against our common
not be
enemy.
so ready to see the
Inspiring.
vampires pop out.
We should
And
have
I
a
think the
patriotic...
vampires even
We're not
represent
close
a
enough for
certain
you to give me
symbolism
crap,
as
kiddo.
well
Besides,
of how we see the world
I am
around
pretty
us.
damn inspirational.
So
The
I'm not going to give any
That is my
spoilers
line,
to
and you
it
cannot
at
afford the
all.
royalties.
But I did
You'd be
do a
surprised.
Substack on
Hold that
it
thought.
about the things
My
that you
phone's
should
blowing
study
up with some
before
big
going
announcement
to
that Triple
watch.
H just
And I
posted
think
on
what this
social
is
media.
for a lot
Let's
of
watch
people
it.
is get them going down the rabbit hole of like what hoodoo was.
For the past 2 months,
you know,
the
sharecropping,
WWE
the
board
Jim
has
Crow
kept a
era.
close eye
You
on
understand
the
me? Some of the
movement known
relationships
as
that
NXT
the slaves
Mutiny.
had coming from the
As
South
previously
going to
stated,
Chicago.
we've
You
taken
know,
a
the
stance
power
of
of
neutrality.
music and it's the
Our
red that
position
it
has not
weaves
changed, but I'm here to
from,
announce
I would
there will be
say,
a
you
clear
know,
and
our early
definitive end to
days
this
where
conflict
even drum
at
circles were
Survivor Series.
banned because they were so
It will
powerful
be
and they were like
Raw and
war drums,
SmackDown
and the
on one
connection
side,
that this actually have
NXT
with
Mutiny on the other,
Congo.
squaring
You
off in a
understand me?
best
And a
of
lot
3
of
series
those
of matches to determine the
practices come
fate
from the Congo
of
because during
WWE.
the civil war in the
If Raw and
Congo in the
SmackDown
early
win, they can return
1500s,
things to normal and decide to
the
punish
whites
NXT
had
Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT
It's
Mutiny
insane.
wins,
Ain't no way I'm making this fun.
WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, JC Jane and Alexis King. NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series, with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement. But I have my own to make. It's not going to be JC Jane competing in a Unity title match because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Niall Davis.
Are you serious?
Entire 2011
It's
season
one
today.
thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing
They fell in
favorites.
love with Kessler.
Hell, he might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Lexis King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you can take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your back.
Makes sense, huh?
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head towards Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
168 cameras. You start trying to compare this to people, it's hard to find people who play that in the NFL. Since 2003, that's the second best broadcast. They got to mention the name of son of Edgar here today. Keith Marshall. Oh.
You ready for this, punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this Mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bailey.
Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it. All right. Let's go put some idiots in their places.
This is where Josh Jacobs should have. And so he's expecting to run real fast to try and make some money this weekend. He understands that this way, the kind of player that he can be, and the fact that he has a good time this way, and when he gets to the next level, you can now try to put some new games on Sam Rogers. Second 23. He's a fullback. What did you want me to write down? Check today from Canada. That's a guy's hands. I forget how his hands. This really forgot to write. He touched the ball once.
It's the Unity Champs, ready to show no mercy to their Mutiny opponents.
It must not have been easy to step aside and allow another guy to defend the titles that you rightly earned.
Maybe it wouldn't have been easy for you, Corey, but that just shows the unique, dare I say, unity that this team has. It's the reason they've been so successful, and Mutiny has been running scared.
The Unity Champs have a new face, but are hoping for the same old result when they defend their titles. And the challengers from Mutiny taking full advantage of Freebird rules.
Watching the Unity top.
The following contest is an intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unity Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of Lexis King and Bailey. And their opponents, Sheik and CM Punk.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles.
Save.
Mutiny thought they were being clever by substituting Bailey out of their team, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The Freebird rule cuts both ways, Michael. Bailey and King were not prepared for an angry CM Punk.
Tonight's outcome will set the tone for Survivor Series, and therefore the entire future of WWE.
Boom! Uh-oh. Oh, quite the knee there. And now she's making it to the top rope here.
From the top!
Taking a flight to nowhere.
Double axe handle smash.
Punishing double axe handle.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Right to the leg. Damage starting to affect the challenger. Hopefully he can get out of harm. Flying. Foot stomp to the chest. Now cover. We're going to shut this down. Oh, no, that's more than incidental contact. Looking for something, anything under the ring. The steel chair, never as innocent as it looks. Bang! Crucial counter there. Bam! She flipped that attack around. Look at this. Boom, nice. He connects with a counter. Placed against the turnbuckles. 1, 2. Series of kicks in the corner. And a well-timed counter. What a display here. Counters on both sides. Disrupts the attack with an elbow to the gut. Stopped them in their tracks with a kick to the gut. Oh, what a clothesline. In comes Bayley. Oh, she counters right back on Bayley. Right to the midsection. Teamwork could be exactly what makes the dream work in this title match. Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days. DDT. Oh, soon we could be seeing a submission here. Uh-oh, looking to lock it in. This might... Looking to get out of this, and yes, able to slip out of the hold. Irish whip from Punk on Bayley. And Punk follows it up with the knee. And he nails the bulldog. Vintage CM Punk. This looks like it could be all over. And there's the tag. We've seen the defending champs win matches with the whirlwind splash. And now it's CM Punk's turn. Wait, what? Did that just happen? I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny? This can't be happening right now. It's over. We have new Unity Tag Team Champions. All thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk. And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick. Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming. We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it. You're not the only one. We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it. I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever. We are headed for dark times.
Okay. That's a twist.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bayley invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bayley and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change, a legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, They were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bayley on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster, and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. When you were busy trying to start a new world order, who do you think riled up R-Truth and got the Raw and SmackDown rosters fighting each other? That would be me. I had you chase Io Sky all over the world just to have you end up destroying the WWE archives worse than Mutiny would have. At least you got some frequent flyer miles. You two grew up together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go back to whatever hellhole town you're from. Find your safe space. Because it's not here. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
We're okay, but definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
Ah, I haven't felt like this since the year we both moved away from our hometown.
It was really tough at first. You spend every day with someone and then all of a sudden there's...
But ultimately, you must have figured out how to stay friends despite the distance, right?
Yeah, it was hard and took a long time. But
bro, the level just started and we're already getting overrun. I gotta take these guys out. Build this crossbow tower as fast as possible. I don't even think I have a choice.
But maybe you
quickly. Ooh, that was close, but that should take care of
it. You have each other.
I guess you're right. Even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.